Back for the blood. I don't know how much of the game's left, honestly. Which means we could either finish it tonight or tomorrow. Also, I have no idea what I'm gonna do for my birthday. What was it? What's up, Zurich? How was the weekend? But yeah, I'm debating if I should. I feel like I should just do it on Saturday. Do like a long, like kind of B-day stream on Saturday. Do like a regular stream on Wednesday, and then maybe like Saturday do. I don't know, maybe like a 12 or 8 hour stream or something. I'd have to figure it out. Also, a little bit of fiddling with stuff. How much does it cost? A little bit of fiddling with some of the
Now I'm a
oh,
shield to
Jack. I was like, I didn't recognize him without his jacket.
What is it?
It's a fiddling with some vestiges and stuff. I got kind of curious, like what people were running for stuff for the halberd.
Successor, please. Please, not that song. The burden of it is too much to bear. Hearing that melody, it awakens the sin sleeping within us. Please, forgive me.
Yeah, I went back to.
Please, I'm sorry for my
I
sin.
think this is like the. No, it's not the first, but it's like one of the first ones that we had gotten. But it gives us normal movement with the halberd. So I want to see what that feels like. For speed. For zoom.
I don't understand. Why was she apologizing?
But yeah, apparently like
The
Eos,
sin
that buff
within us.
that the skill that we just unlocked is like absurdly powerful. I don't know if I have enough to
That I have somehow managed to forget.
unlock well not unlock but master it with the awake stuff. But yeah. Um I I had originally thought that Guild Wars was like end of August. But it's like September 7th, I think is when it starts. So I don't know if I want to start like another game before Guild Wars. But if we finish it like today or tomorrow, then we have like what, 2.5 weeks? But yeah, fine. So I don't know if it's like what should we call it? I don't know if it's oh actually we could probably do TFT. I haven't touched the new set at all whatsoever. That's what we could do. We could play the new set. Get that a geisha farming for you. That's not happening. Cause like isn't because I think aren't the geisha weapons like kind of whatever if you don't have them marked too? Oh, that's right, okay. Alright, we're just gonna give up on the other thing. Let's see. Oh, we can't use his... Oh, well, we'll get the strength up, so that'll be fine. Where's the strength dexterity? Still no? Shit. Okay, use that. Use that. We'll give the blood guard on there. Down there. Where's the chariot? Chariot rush is like really nice. Was there any other skills I cared about? Not really. No, we like mastered all of these skills, funnily enough. I'll say there's nothing that ever gave like dexterity HP up. Honestly, I just don't even want to deal with it. Let me see. Let's see if we can finish the Rocky Ruins though, because we only got the halberd and we never finished exploring it. I don't remember which way we went for the halberd.
Just watch.
Bro, his hit stun is ridiculous. I was holding down block the entire time, and my character just never recovered fast enough to, like, block anything. Even though the guy didn't even continuously keep attacking. Like, that's crazy. Oh, that should have locked on. Oh, here it is. I was literally like, where's the boss room at?
I'm going in.
I thought that last one was gonna be able to get was gonna be able to kill it before like I started getting like hit stunned. But yeah, I think for the most part it's just probably just keep doing my Magna 3 Celeste until Guild Wars. I think I'm close to getting my next. I forget how many I've done. I think I have 2. And then I think I have 2. I think. And I know I've gotten like 2 to drop recently. So.
I'm going in.
Oh well. She killed him without me touching him at all whatsoever. Because I completely whiffed on my attack.
This much information.
I was like, wait, why are we missing? It's because since we poke instead of swinging, we literally go in between their legs. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, there was more to get from him. Oh, that's Davis's wife, yeah. Oh. Oh. I don't want to be here.
Just one.
That regen heal thing is a lot better than I thought. Because I just never used it that much. Or I would use it when it was too late. I'd use it when I'm like missing like almost all my HP. Also because it really never would last too long. But with the new, using this blood code, I think Mind, once they can, increases your buff duration. Two fists recently, made the second katana, 1 dagger. Could be more slow. Having more fun farming, bro, that's a mood and a half. Like, well, I could farm this thing, but I love myself, and this is more fun. That's such a mood. As soon as I saw the turrets, I had a feeling that was going to be kind of a pain, but we got through it. But yeah, I was using 3 of the, for the bungee gun, I was using 3 of them for, Celeste. And even then, she would still borderline kill my whole team. There was a couple times that, like, I'd look over, and I literally would have Lucio and Sandal. And Sandy would be, like, the only 2 left alive, with, like, 5% left. I was like, bruh. And even then, I usually, like, request backup at, like, the 50%. And people just don't join. People hate me. Which is weird, because I feel like it should be discounted by the time I solo it to 50%. Or maybe not, actually. I don't remember what's required. Using that for Yugu just to make her faster. Yeah, I could see that. Probably would have done the same, but with Summer Cassius, it goes pretty quick. And it's pretty stable. So I was just like, let me see if I can just get one more fist from Celeste. Yeah, because I think... Do I have one or two? I don't remember how many fists I have. I know that there's a lot of grids that just use...
Just watch.
Oh, that hit. I was actually kind of surprised at it. Just use 2 fists with 2 katanas. If they're more like skill damage, Ogi focused teams. Nice. Okay, this is where we got the halberd from. Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. Cause yeah, Magna 3s take so long to just go through if you have to do them solo. And you don't have like some sort of extremely cracked out. Even though, ironically enough, I think Yugu takes me like the least because it's CAL. I think I have a faint recollection of when I was looking back, when I was just like, when I was doing like the coding thing, which I really need to get back into, but it's been kind of hard to find like something that gets my motivation up. But I remember looking and being like, wow, Yugu takes like a crap ton more turns, but it's like way, I think it was like almost 2-3 minutes faster than like the other raids. I think my wind raid was the only one that was close to the same amount, which isn't surprising considering that that's technically my strongest grid. You want Shev most times because it was funny seeing Manga do skills. Yeah, I was also using them on Shev. I was like, Lich, I choose you. Just watching Lich just shit out damage. But I was like, yeah. Yeah, it's always a good time whenever we get those buffs. Honestly though, like, I'm kind of curious how the Evangelion collab is gonna go. So that's in what, November? I think. November, yeah. Oh shit. That good. Oh, the venom ticks. The venom ticks. The venom ticks is what killed it. That's funny. Because I never changed the infusion on this thing. I just left it on venom. But yeah, I'm curious how the units are gonna be more than anything, because there was one of the collabs where that I missed out on because that was from like a long time ago. Was I think it's called like Sakura Wars or whatever. Kind of like one of the, like kind of mech. I think yeah, I think it's like girls in like mechs, right? They're like little. They're smaller than they're not like Gundams and all that, but they still have mechs. I think that was that one in the yeah. We had mechs from that too. So I'm kind of curious if the Evangelion ones are gonna be mechs. Or they're gonna be in their suits. Or whatever they're called. Granted, if they're not, like, I don't even... to be fair, I don't even know enough of the series to know if it would make sense for them not to be in their fucking suits. I saw the rocks and I thought that was the dude holding on.
I'm going
Here's a reason they can make them getting to the ground floor. That's about it. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't even think I'm really curious about that at all, really. I'd say yeah, but at the same point, it's like I have just zero interest in like that collab, like period. Aside from free shit, let's go. Aside from free shit, and then seeing if they're gonna release another busted collab gacha. Because from what I could tell, a lot of people weren't happy over the Kurapika and the Crollo. Kurapika less so, because even though Kurapika is strong, his kit's like one of those where it could get power crept by seasonal characters pretty easily. But Corello is like tactical swap. I saw a lot of people not happy about that. So I'm curious if at some point they'll end up releasing like a seasonal character that can do that. Wait for the salt to grow and all the grids using bro, yeah, I'm so oh, that's gonna be such a shit show. Oh shit. Yeah, like I am, yeah. Cause it was the EXO Diablos, right? And there's that video you showed where they would just abuse it. You know, they just abused it. Oh. Eva, did you really have to bring like half the fucking neighborhood with you? She aggroed all of that when she ran around. Dark itself, or yeah, yeah, on the yeah. It's just man, I was just looking at that. I was like, brother, that's just so fucking gross. Because the problem is that like Perulo's kit also just isn't complete shit. Is the other problem. Because like one thing it was just like if he's like completely garbage, but then they gave him like the tactical swap thing, I feel like people would be a lot less upset. But he's like an actual functioning character, and the only reason I think he's like a 9.5 to 9.6 without the tactical swap is literally because he's in dark. Because I honestly feel like you could probably put him in like a different element, and even without the tactical swap, his kit would actually be good enough to be higher by a little bit. I think it'd be like a 9.7 pretty easily in a different element. Because his kit's really not all that bad. It's kind of weird because like the fish thing. But considering how many Ogi like loop teams there are now and all the other elements, like arguably they'd probably be even stronger in some of the other elements. Like if he was in Earth, he'd probably be busted. Because you could like they're just shitting out Ogis like it's going out of business. I think like Fire probably also would have been fine. What else? Water, pass, like also Ogis a lot. Yeah, I think like that's probably like the two big issues. Well, it's probably like the bigger issue with it is that he's not a complete like lack of a character to use, and he enables like shenanigans. I also find it interesting that they didn't restrict like what element he could swap. Like I know it's them like you know they're probably trying to keep it. It's like oh he stole the skill from MC and MC's isn't like element locked like that. I feel like that's like I feel like that's one of those things where you're just like yeah, but in regards to like gameplay balance, probably should just make it we can only be used on dark characters. Because especially with how high like the damage for grids are nowadays. There's a decent number, especially for like Primal. There's definitely plenty of grids that don't really mind kind of quote unquote sacrificing a slot for him. Now there's probably definitely going to be lineups that I feel like are comparable or a case of just as strong. Especially, I feel like, well, actually, I feel like in Light, I don't know if the other elements would be able to really do it. Because a lot of the other elements have a lot of, like, positional, you know, next position buffs and stuff like that. But I feel like Dark and Light don't have. Well, actually, Light has a decent amount of them too, but why did my dude jump in the air? Not that I'm complaining, it looked cool, but kind of weird. Alright, I pegged that for no reason. Especially considering how low I am on heals. Is that even restricted to Dark? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's because, like, I feel like if it was just restricted to Dark, it'd be kind of a case of people would go, shrug, Dark character, right? But the fact that it's usable on everything, all of a sudden it's just like, what is this? It's Summer Zoe all over again. I don't know if it's as bad as Summer Zoe in regards to, like, actual degeneracy, because it's not as all-encompassing, I feel. Like, I feel like it's, like, very specific setups, like, for Guild Wars. Primarily. I don't really think you're going to care too much about the tactical swap for off element and most other things. But it's crazy. And if for some weird reason, which I doubt it'll ever happen, because a lot of people try, but I don't think I've seen someone successfully do it. Whatchamacallit, if we somehow go back to, like, Grand Order days, like, it's not, like, he's basically gonna be a must-have. I feel in some setups for bursting and stuff. But I doubt that'll ever happen, honestly. I've seen a lot of people try to make Grand Order teams, and they're usually kind of wonky. Hey, bud. Oh, that is a range attack. That was awkward. I forgot about that. But yeah, yeah, I feel like it's just every Guild Wars there's going to probably be a setup that just uses them. At least like one or two. So yeah, I don't know. I do know that unfortunately, like, you know, collab gacha's not going anywhere. I don't personally, I don't really mind the whole aspect of them being like, we're gonna introduce new characters like to the regular pool, because realistically, like, if you don't care for the collab, or if it ends up that the collab gacha is, you know, the characters aren't that strong, then it's kind of better in the long run, I'd argue. But if you're someone who cares about, like, meta chasing, or if you're, like, not necessarily a whale, but kind of more like a responsible dolphin, it's gonna suck. I'm still curious if, like, the collab gachas, even with the power spike of new characters, of the recent collab characters, like, if it's actually driven sales up at all. Because I'm pretty sure they made absolutely no extra money off of the slime banner, because both of those characters were just not good. To be fair, both of those characters were, well, not good with quotations, because I feel like those two characters with probably slightly better numbers would have actually been a proper power scaling for what they had claimed the collab characters were going to be. Because they had originally stated that the collab characters were supposed to be at a power level aimed towards like new to mid-level players. And well, now you have Kurapika, who's literally enabling CFS solos. I thought we would get a stagger off of I guess not. Yeah, like I'm kind of curious because I feel Slime, they were definitely underpowered, like vastly underpowered. But I think with Nejima, well, Nejima, the Wind Girl, her kit was just weird. Like her kit was just one of those where it was like it should have been good, like it could have been good, but they just did some weird shit, which was probably a case of like we're gonna make her kit be based like off of what she does in the anime, and then it just didn't translate at all to something usable. But like I feel like Jack was like a decent power, maybe a slightly too strong in some regards, but with how strong Earth is now, like post Jack, he kind of evened out. I think he's like a 9.6 now. I think he dropped like a bit. Because I think when he first came out, well, what is it? I think Gameth? Whichever one is the one that like usually tosses out scores like super early. I think they had him at like a 9.8, like pretty early on. Which he's strong, but he's definitely not that strong. But I think he was put at a 9.7, and now he's not down to like a 9.6. Which, to be fair, I don't think he's a 9.6. He's still pretty strong. Though I guess like, well, I guess it's probably a case of if you can compare him to like Valentine Makura. Yeah.
Just watch.
But even then, like, I don't really think, like, he's really not that like bad of a character. But yeah, curious to see if the Hunter x Hunter thing was kind of like a, oops, or if it's a case of they're just like, yeah, but it's just gonna be what it's gonna be, and you guys are just gonna have to eat it up. Cause I don't know about the JP side. Cause usually there's like a guy on Reddit who kind of brings the JP bro reactions over on the Reddits for EN. But I can definitely say on the Reddit, a lot of people weren't happy with the Hunter x Hunter collab gacha characters. Though to be fair though, we did get what's his face? Kahlua, who made Summer Chicken like usable. And I mean, technically, I guess you could argue that Corolla also could have made Summer Chicken usable by swapping MC to be behind her. Oh, he's so sneaky. Oh my goodness, I'd never guess he's there. Oh no. However will I know. I'm not gonna lie, using this hover just makes me want to play Wulong. Devs behind the characters just massive fans. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that was also the case. Because realistically, I think all in all, aside from the summon, which the only thing it's good for is if you're, I don't know, a crazy whale and you uncap the summon to get the guaranteed triple for a turn. Oh my god, these devs are kind-hearted. There's like a slight invisibility thing for stuff that you're not, like, you know, that are kind of death drops that they keep you from falling off. Maybe dodge roll near them. I forgot about that. They're angels. If that was Dark Souls or like Neo or Wulong, my happy ass would have been flung off the edge.
Just watch.
Doesn't seem like you can find out, so I can ignore it for now. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of wish that they would find a way to bring back some of the older collabs. Definitely not because I want the Ryu skin for Kumo. Actually, you know what they should do? They should do a Tekken collab and then just give us a King skin for Gran. Ah, I'd be over the moon. It definitely wouldn't be King though. He's not poster boy enough. It'd probably be like one of the Kazumas or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out in November. I just find it so interesting because I don't even know if you could argue that the collab gachas have actually increased the like the amount of collabs we get, because it's relatively amusing. Because I think, isn't Slime like the newest out of all the ones we've had so far? Because Nejima's old as shit. Hunter x Hunter, it's Greed Island arc. Old. Evangelion isn't really all that new. I think Slime's like the newest one. But then when you look at the ones that we've had before, we've had Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, it's not like we haven't had old ones because they just whipped out a Bobobo fucking collab out of nowhere for April Fools, but at the same point, it's like, I don't really know if the collab gacha, like, maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. Because so far it just seems like it just seems like they've been able to use it as an excuse to convince the higher ups to let them do collabs with things that they want, which honestly I'm fine with. I don't really mind. Wait, did I not set up the... I didn't. I just activated the plant and then I didn't set up the plant. Kuma for a character? I'm down. It's a bear. I forget what it was. I think it was Evo. There was a guy who... I think he came in third? Second or third with Kuma? He was a beast. He was so gross on the dude. People were like, how? And they're just like, because it's tournament. If he can win all of the tournament, you know, the best of fives and the best of threes and stuff, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just, you can make it work. You just gotta be good. It's like in Street Fighter when there was a guy who made that one who, what is it, Fang? The poison dude? Be really good? In tournament? is this lead to? Oh, foot flower. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be down for a Tekken. Well, I mean, shit, if Summoner Wars can have a Tekken collab, I believe that Granblue Fantasy can whip out a Tekken collab. Do you like characters? I forget someone is on. Just get flashbacked by both of them. Bubba is definitely a like there's people who wanted that. There's fans of it. Bro, that threw me back. When I was younger, I used to watch Bubba Bo on the Toonami thing when they were doing like the old, when they did like old anime throwbacks. But I remember watching it. That was a fucking trip and a half, dude. Watching that anime, that shit was a trip and a half. I will say also, I remembered another like old manga that if they ever did a collab with, I'd be pretty excited for, which is, what is it, Rave Master, I think is what it was called, the fairy tale predecessor. That's some nostalgia right there. I remember when I discovered those mangas with the with the necklace that turned into like different weapons and stuff. Yeah, it's just like I've been randomly like remembering things, and it's just like that D Greyman would be. I feel like that'd be a collab that a lot of people who play Granblue would be pretty excited for on the JP side. That's definitely one of those like depending on what kind of spheres you're in, people don't talk about it, but you'll find someone who knows about it if you mention it. Kind of deals. What else? I still want like a Zatch Bell collab. I think Zatch Bell would fit into Granblue. But that one's definitely like a niche collab. Or a niche like anime, I feel like there's not a lot of people nowadays that know about that. Because the problem is it's like what is it? It's like a different take on the Black Clover system. Where you have like you're contracted to like a spell book kind of thing, but you know, not just anybody can do it. And then you have this like small, well, not small, I think there's some of them were actually like human sized too. But you know, you had basically another person who was casting the spells and shit. That'd be pretty cool though. I wouldn't mind. There were some pretty interesting designs for characters. Shaman King collab would also be kind of sick. Just saying. Wouldn't mind. Would not mind at all. I was a little too late on the dodge there. I definitely could have won that. Sequel for Zetch. Oh, I didn't know that. Did I ever make it out to the west? I was not aware of that. Yeah, his moveset's like really easy. I would have killed him the first time if I hadn't, if I just hadn't mistimed the dodge.
Wait a moment. That lost left a vestige behind. There is something somehow familiar about it. I would like to know what memories it contains. Would you
Oh
show
crap,
them
I forgot
to
I was
me?
gonna go back and see if like visiting Karen gave us anything after doing all the after doing all the other successors. I guess Sylva's technically a successor, so wouldn't count as all of them, but
I know that there is a monster growing inside of me. I know, but am I strong enough to beat it?
actually realistically speaking, a Black Clover would actually I'd probably be like relatively interested in.
I have
Don't know if it's been officially translated or not, but
fighting.
it's like a monthly release for chapters since there's only like 30 of them right now. Ah, interesting. I wonder if it's gained any popularity. I'm assuming maybe not, because I feel like I would have heard of like an unofficial translation by now, at the very least, like a fan translation.
Shouldn't be like this. I can't feel them. I would be betraying everyone, even my father. But this monster is too much for me. I can't fight it.
Yeah, I'd like to say if there's probably like 2 current mangas slash animes that I would
Please.
probably be like, oh snap, like actually excited to see a collab for, it would probably be Fire Force and whatchamacallit,
Destroy me.
Black Clover.
I need you to do this for me. If you can't, then
The problem with Fire Force is, well,
I wasn't strong enough.
it's predominantly fire themed.
Everyone
I don't know how you incorporate that into other elements. It's like, yeah, there's a water character as they shoot fire out.
If you can help me atone for my sin,
Flashbang.
please help those who are suffering. If you can ease their
Oh, so crude. Yes, I thought it might have been Karen because it looks like it looked similar to me with the model. I guess not. I'll skip the second flashbang. Thanks.
So, that gives me some explanation. Her desire to comfort and support the
Yeah, I don't know.
afflicted,
I guess we'll have to see.
mixed with the despair she felt
I'm
from
kind of
her
curious if
own
they're done with
situation.
like the Idol collabs.
It was Cruz's vestige that had created the
Soul
attendance
Eater
of the
collab.
relics.
This guy.
She was afraid
Bro,
they
oh
would
my god,
stay
how could I
under
forget
her.
Soul Eater? Soul Eater would be
That's
such
why
a
it can
peak
only
collab.
remain by their
And you,
side.
you just have the Camelot boys
complete.
dealing with Excalibur. Oh, that'd be so good.
Please, take me with you to where Silva is.
Fool!
As the Queen, Cruz's existence was one long, constant struggle. She fought until the very end against the monster inside her, desperate to save revenants from their thirst. I want to deliver salvation, not just
That'd be so
consolation.
good. Soul Eater definitely has a lot of
I
cool
want
characters
to
they
bring
could
about
choose from
all of the
too.
wishes Cruz had for her people, the wishes of the attendants, of my sisters. I want to be the one.
Oh yeah, because you have
who
what?
finally
You have
makes them a
Kid,
reality.
Blackstar. I forget the name of the protagonist girl.
I know
Krona.
that this is not part of my duty.
That'd be like I'd have such an easy time picking
It is
4 for the
something
collab.
I need. Something my heart cries out for.
We could make Blair the summon.
So, if it isn't too much to ask.
Okay, is it
please.
Maka? I wanted to say Maka, but I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Ishtar. What's it? Not strength C. Does it have anything we care about though? Restores HP when you enter focus. Increases the effect of light gifts while you're focused. Ally takes fatal damage, or HP is reduced to 1. You take the remaining damage? I'm good. Increases mind. No, I don't really care for anything there. Teleport, Cathedral, Webcage. I don't imagine talking to Karen to give this anything right now. It might be like an end of story thing. There's a side quest here though. Oh wait. Oh shit, look at me. Sheesh. Yeah, boy. It's like I played this game. It's like I pay attention. I recognize the signs. I saw a red line, so I was like, wait, is there a shortcut I didn't check down? Oh, by the way, Mito dead.
Oh, we meet. I'm going through the successor data I collect. While I agree with Mito's end goal, his means
See?
are utterly
Exactly.
abominable.
Same.
I'll find my own way to save humanity.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, I'm going what?
Not even gonna give me like, I don't know, some change for having killed the guy? Actually, is there any side quests here? Aha! Where is it? No. Of course it's in the fucking middle. Of course it's not. Oh, actually, is that the elevator for... For this? It is. Alright, cool. I was smart. The full 3 minutes. I mean, if you just got out of it now, then yeah. You got hit with the full. There's 2 halberd bros going around causing trouble. The fuck? Where's the dude we gotta talk to? The outside? I don't think there is an outside. It's not this way. Huh? I'm confused. Oh, I think it's like one more down, actually. Yeah, I think it's one more down. That doesn't make relatively annoying.
We're running into more of them now. The queen's gotta be close.
6. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what's worse. Getting hit with like multiple low duration ads or getting like a couple of like, you know, 1 minute ads or stuff like that. Oh, I thought this one had like a jump down. There's one that seemed like it had a jump down that you could do. Random tangent that's not really like anime or Code Vein related. I was looking into some of the new Borderlands stuff. The classes at least don't look too bad. I don't know what the actual gameplay is. I'm not gonna get it like when it comes out though, so it doesn't really matter. But they had like previews for 3 out of the 4. And honestly, probably the first Borderlands in a while that I was interested in more than just one. The Siren and the Forge Knight dude seemed pretty cool. What the fuck? Even more? Jeez. There's no way. I don't see somebody to talk to down there. Can we survive this fall? Nope. Pretty sure I died to that. But yeah, so I'm kind of interested in how it'll pan out. Something Borderlands randomly popped in you 2 feet earlier. Doing a GeoGuessr thing. One person understanding a specific location. Anything right now. Really zoom in pictures of the surroundings. I am always amazed when people can do stuff like that. And get it right.
I can tell by your faces. This tower was originally a crypt created by a successor to protect Sylvan. The successor used up all their strength, but we've continued to maintain security. But now, even I must seek out new defense.
That's it? You made me run all the way down here? Just so you can give me lore? What the hell? Get away. I am disgusted. Oh, we never checked what Karen's was. Okay, interesting symbol. All gifts require time to be used, may be used instantaneously. Minus fortitude. Consume HP in advance, automatically use restorative healing whenever your partner takes critical damage. Temporarily increases weapon defense against elemental attack. None of them seem really all that good. Alright. Back to this. But yeah, I still have the itch to play like a Borderlands game because I reinstalled Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Because I had to reinstall all of the Epic games because their launcher doesn't work the way Steam does. You can't look for previously installed stuff, it just doesn't recognize it. And apparently there used to be a workaround, but that doesn't work anymore. I tried it like 4 different times and it just never worked. At least for me. I don't know if maybe it was like an issue with like Windows 11 and how they handle files. Or maybe there was some sort of like workaround or something that they clamped down on that people were using with that system, with that like workaround. Yeah, we don't get a minimap yet because we're in the transition tunnels. Oh, these are thorns. I was like, wait, are these like body parts? No, it's just thorns. Oh. Hello.
An attendant stays close, that is all. In any case, there is little we can do.
Question is Silva's table. I don't know why I feel like I'm using more stamina with this weapon than I did in the other one. I guess maybe it's because I'm using the light attack, like more than just doing this. I didn't think those guys would patrol all the way up here. Oh. Yeah, killed by the branch thing. It wanted blood. I said, you were juiced. Give. What? Ow. That's kind of diabolical. This is a good thing I have that one, heal myself from damage nonsense. Yeah, you think you can sit there thinking, you know, trying to pretend like you're in the depressed sit position and I won't sniff you out, buddy? Tisk tisk. Rookie mistake. Yeah, the reason I don't know if I want to start another game before Guild Wars is because I have Lords of the Fallen, which is similar, you know, Souls-like, which I really wanted to get. I really wanted to play. And it went on sale because they did like their 2.0. It's the second game I have looked forward to that at release was kind of like not that great. And then they did like a free, pretty decent sized update to it. And the reviews went up. Because the first one was Atlas Fallen, which was the sand, I call it the pocket sand game, where you use like the sand to make the weapons and stuff, which was actually pretty fun. A little short, but fun. And the second one is that one, because I think it was like mixed the whole time. I don't know if it's gone back down, but it was like mixed for a long time, and then they did their big like 2.0 update for free. And at least for a while, I don't know if it still is, the recent reviews were mostly positive. So I'm pretty stoked. But with Guild Wars coming around, it's gonna be like a couple days where we're just gonna be Guild Warsing. Well, Guild Warsing while I'm also doing like other things on the side. Not on the first day. Not on like the first like day or two. that was pretty good save there, yeah. But when I get to like the full auto, what, like 100s or whatever that I usually do, or 95s, or I have like a couple turns, I'll probably be like dual wielding. Gotcha games. So that means I have to remember before Guild Wars starts to set up the other scene. I guess I don't have the key. Oh, I do. Or it's just open. Okay. I was not expecting that to just open. Alright. I think there's a shortcut. Or the ladder kickdown is over here. Oh, that's not the button I want to push. No. I had a feeling one of you were going to not be Dutch. Where the fuck did that dude come from? There's another pathway. There's another pathway somewhere. Though with all this clean tungsten, I'm about to... Next time we find like a stopping point, I'm gonna upgrade my halberd. Oh, the wolf blade. I do like collecting weapons. Changes they mentioned to the time frame when nightmare levels come out on this one. 90. Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, now that you mentioned that, I vaguely remember them talking about that. But I'm probably not gonna change how I do things. Well, maybe on the second day I might do. Yeah, there's no for this one. Maybe we'll like push up to 95 like sooner. Even though I think I usually like settle for 100. Because then it gives me enough turns to still have sanity left over at the end of the day. That's rude. That's rude. Good. Oh, he's dead. That's rude. At least most of it gets healed back from the buff. That's rude. To be fair, there's a very clear indicator of where the booby trap walls are. I'm just too lazy to look at the wall. They buff themselves just to die. Oh shit. We're so fucking dead.
Thanks for that.
Bro, he wasn't even aggroed onto me. He was aggroed onto Io and then just decides to fucking turn around and hit me with his wind-up move. That's a lot of nonsense. That was such a bad timing. I didn't realize, well, I didn't think about the fact that there would probably be multiple, like, patrols going on. Oopsie. My bad. Motherfucker. I forgot about this. Damn it. I thought since I dodged it the first time I'd be able to dodge it these other times just fine, but I slowed down at the end. I grow these dudes.
Hold on. Am I hallucinating? There are still revenants that can move around in this. I don't know what outfit you're with, but can you help me gather some? Silva is beginning to frenzy, and the effect is causing all the revenants. I'm human, so I don't have to worry about joining the Lost, but fleeing here. So, if you could bring me any document.
I'm through treasure. Alright, so there is a document back through where we cleared. Mother. At least I thought it was through where we cleared, but it's not. Let's get the fuck up. What? There. Oh, okay. Whatever. Whatever you say, game. Whatever you say. I should know. We had the issues with the other traps earlier, which had the same problem, where I'd dodge through and it still wouldn't say I dodged through. I'm concerned that one of these that has like the death drop is gonna be like they're gonna have one of the traps on the side. And just fling me off to my death. Well, her and well, I guess it kind of makes sense because they're similar. So her and Eva use the same blood veil type. I'm gonna do an axe playthrough now, honestly. It's just that with man, I'm so mad that I didn't just check the category of the weapons. Because I probably would have done an axe playthrough, but the description, right, for the first axe you get is calling it a polearm. It's so like I was just like, oh, halberds, alright, cool, that's fine. I can fuck with halberds, and then it ends up there were 2 different weapon types. I don't actually know if there's like an Argent Wolf axe, so I don't think there is. I think it's just a halberd. Oh, I did not mean to drop down like that, but that's a nice little shortcut. May not be the sneakiest one in here, but ain't nobody gonna sneak up on me either. Oh, I lied. If it wasn't for you, I would have gotten snuck on with 2 guys. Oopsies. Talk of the shit, get to the hit. At least that's what would have happened if, you know, Eo wasn't there to have my back. Honestly, I should have used this buff like way more. That buff's really nice for exploring things. Can never be too careful. Probably a shortcut. I don't know if I'd call it a shortcut, but it doesn't open from this side. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was gonna go upgrade the halberd. Oh, so actually, oh yeah, we didn't uncover everything on the other side. So we'll do that. We'll go back, upgrade the halberd, then look for the flower. I'm curious. I'm assuming the new gun should be useful for Guild Wars. I haven't tried it out yet. I need to put a boogeyman set up together. Like, realistically speaking, for as good as Boogeyman is, I don't really use it in anything. It's not like...
Don't forget.
I think Guild Wars, I think, was the last time I put one together to mess around with.
What do you want to upgrade?
Boom.
Make sure you.
Wait, is that really the entrance? Oh, huh. I think one of the sucky parts is, at least for the halberds and stuff, when I was looking it up, none of the boss weapons were considered very good. Not that it really like matters to me. I think the only time I care if like a boss weapon's kind of like not great is if the moveset's bad for being able to play the game. AKA, I sucked too much with Radahn's greatswords in Elden Ring, so I couldn't. I gave up on them instead of using them to beat the game. Oh right, I got distracted. I don't know how to kick that down. But usually, like, if I like a boss weapon, I'll use it. Unless it's, like, too much of a pain in the ass to upgrade. Then I won't use it. Like, if I did an axe playthrough, I'd probably would have just used the Tyrant axe the whole way through. Because it looked kind of cool. I don't think there's another axe in the game that, visually, I like the look of. Like the Tyrant one. Because the problem is that technically it's like a hammer. And there are some cool looking hammers. Some of them pretty cool effects. Oh crap. I didn't think he'd have 3, so I'm gonna... There has to be a way forward that I missed. To that other side. Though, to be fair, it could be that, like, upward spot. But no, because we're still missing stuff because we haven't found the flower or the bush that gives us this whole area, so there's definitely a way that we're missing. What? I forgot about that. Oh shit. Whoop. Like, for instance, Eo's axe isn't, or halberd isn't considered very good. Because the moveset's kind of bad. And for me, in games like this, like moveset's kind of like pretty important. In games like Monster Hunter, where the moveset doesn't change, like within the same weapon type, right? So like a lance will always be, you know, will always have the same sort of moveset, regardless if it's a blast lance, paralysis lance, whatever, whatever. Maybe the move types you might use differ because of motion value stuff. But like the moveset itself isn't going to change just because you're using a blast lance versus a like a fire lance or something like that. In that case, I will use I'll take a pretty decent hit to damage if I like if before they started adding layered weapon stuff. I would take a significant little loss to damage. I have a feeling that top part kind of like things back here. So. To run a lance that looked better. I did that in World a lot. I just got tired. I got fed up with the like the bits on sticks shenanigans. I would use like I think there was an ice lance that I think well it's hard to remember because the ones I remember from Iceborne and the master rank weapons shifted it a bit. But I was definitely using in like the base game world slightly weaker weapons because I liked the way they looked more. Especially when everything was just like Kulve Taroth. But in a game like Code Vein or Dark Souls, even if a weapon looks like worse, if it has a moveset I like, I'll use it. Like, well, even if like if a weapon looks better but has a ungodly terrible moveset, I'm too shit at those games to use it. Like I have to use a moveset that's at least somewhat like decent. Ah, fucker. I was actually curious if you could use the traps on the enemies. Because none of the earlier zones, the traps would work on the enemies. How the turns have tabled, motherfuckers. Hi. Like, I don't completely dislike the moveset on this weapon. Granted, I don't think it deals enough, like, that much more damage than... It definitely doesn't deal more damage than the Berserker, the Destroyer one. But I absolutely detest the way the Destroyer stick, like, quote-unquote axe, the Obliterator axe looks like. It looks so bad. Looks like a stick got a tumor. And then they called it good. Down to there. No drop down point. Io being melee kind of fucked that up. I hate that when they're on the ground, their hitboxes are kind of weird. I said that dude. Was he double back at all? Yes, come here. Or don't. That's fine too. Wait, why did he take like no damage? That's more like it. He only took like 500 damage. Yeah, his cloak had physics. That's how I knew he wasn't dead. That's kind of funny. You just suspicious. I didn't notice the didn't notice the like tentacle sticking out of him. Physics. Good old Isaac Newton protecting us. Blessed. Oh, shit. Yo. That's the Mitch. I was trying to break the things. I didn't even know that dude was there. That's funny. I was just trying to break the fucking box. Bye. Bye. Also, it kind of looked like a boss room to some degree, so it was... Yeah, that's why you always check like any side areas or whatever when you enter a room. Trust nothing. Trust no one, not even yourself in these games. I think I've done like I haven't found like a flower or a bush yet. Oh, yeah, so there's drop downs. He's gonna be a pain to deal with. Bro, I think this leads up to the rafters. I've always hated the rafters in Souls games. They're always such a pain. See if we can get him over here. Sure can. Love to see it. That's not Queen Titanium. We'll start from the furthest one. I fucking knew it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, never mind. As soon as I dropped down, like, I didn't even hit the ground, and I was like, partway down the fall, and I saw the holes in the thing, and I was like, oh, the fuckers. Fucking Neo. Oh, there's another one. I don't think this one has anything. So I just need to do one more drop. One more drop. There's no way, bro. Alright, yeah, the fucking hitbox on, like, traps in this game is so dumb. I dodged through the spikes, and then I still get hit and knocked off. Because the lingering hurt box is active for so long. Oh, I jumped onto the wrong one anyway. Because I'm just dumb. I'm a dum-dum. Oh, this one. Still, back that truck. No, that's the way we came. So this is the way we go. Oh, it is kind of nice though, because so I'm playing like Warhammer 40k Tacticus as one of the gacha games I play. I've gotten over like the initial hurdle of frustration of like just lack of being able to do anything, and it's still kind of frustrating, the lack of like stuff that you can do in some regards, but it's kind of just one of those like slow burn grind kind of games, and I've kind of come to to terms with it. But they have an event coming up next month that I'm really interested in, because the numbers have been, like, the early numbers have been crunched. I don't know if the, like, I'm hoping they don't make it worse. I hope they make it, like, better, or just leave it alone. But I should be able to unlock, like, at least 3 characters that would be really good, if not more. Which would do wonders for getting going. The thing is, the characters themselves don't really just magically let you do stuff, because you still have to grind them up. Because it's one of those games where it's like you have to get the I fucking knew that was gonna happen. It's one of those games where you have to get, like, materials, and then you have to, or you get, like, I guess material, gear, you know, that you put on the character, and then once you get enough, you get to, like, rank them up. I think, like, Princess Connect had a system like that, if I remember right. Rest in peace, the EN version. I tried to play the JP version again, because I used to play the JP version back before the global version came out, and I just at least I couldn't get it to work on my emulator. So I kind of just gave up. But hey buddy, old pal. But yeah, so just have to do a decent amount of grinding on it, but it'd be kind of nice to be able to get, like, some of the characters. Because the interesting part is that, like, once you get, like, a couple of characters, like there's a couple handful of characters that are worth grabbing to kind of make, they have these events where you can get shards to get characters. And, like, I guess it kind of depends on your focus of the game. For me, as someone who's, like, more of a collector, I'm more interested in, like, unlocking characters. So obviously my focus is going to be get characters that allow me to get farther in the events that will give me shards to unlock characters. Because there's, like, multiple different things you can focus on. I think most people's points is as a guild raid system. So you join a guild, and then there's multiple tiers of difficulty for, like, a raid boss, and everybody kind of works together to kill them. A lot of people tend to gear their teams for that. I'll probably, like, focus on that after getting characters that'll help me for the legendary events and stuff. There's, well, I mean, there's, like, 2 legendary characters I think I'm going to try to fully unlock if it's possible. Because at least the way the video I watched made it seem was that you'd be able to fully unlock legendary characters. At least, I think, like, in total, if for, like, a free-to-play player, you'd be able to unlock, like, 3 full legendary characters. I think I'm just going to go for 2. And then unlock some other non-legendary characters that are just really good to have. The fucking other dude fucked me up. Because my lock-on got stuck on him. Shit. He was not gonna be able to get me in time. That's so annoying. It locked onto the dude on the other side of the fucking room. So then, and I didn't realize it because it was facing my camera towards the, like, the commander dude, and then it just got royally fucked. Oh, that's so frustrating. That's such a fucking long run. Because I didn't find a single fucking bush. Brother, I hate these, like, gauntlet style zones. I hate it when a game just doesn't do these types of zones, and then all of a sudden at the very end they're just like, yeah, no, we're just gonna have these long stretches of there's no checkpoints. Or we're just gonna give you, like, 2 checkpoints and you're just gonna have to make it work. Have fun. It's like, it's such BS design in my opinion. It's like either make it that way the whole game or fucking don't. Like I hate when developers kind of just toss that shit in at the end. I don't know. I am very like, you need to condition your players to the way you want them to play your game. So like if you want to do these long gauntlet stretches, then fucking do the long gauntlet stretches. Don't just change it up later. Like towards the end. For me it's just really fucking annoying when games do that. And personally I like consider it bad bubble design if you're gonna do stuff like that. Neo sometimes is. I think Neo 2 they did a better job of kind of like easing you into it. I'll see. Wait, no. I think that's the bush that we res at. But it's just, I don't know. That's just fucking annoying. I should have known that this was gonna be an area like that because the Mido tower was like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very much that it's like if you're going to make zones have long stretches of just not having like checkpoints, then just make your whole game be like that. Or at the very least be like, alright, the first zone isn't like that, but from like the second zone onward it is. Oh, is that where the dude came down? Where did he summon all the other dudes from? That's so weird. What? Oh, I didn't think that would catch me. Because, like, I don't really have an issue with these types of zones where it's like, you know, it's just long stretches of no checkpoints, but when like 80% of the game isn't like this, and then all of a sudden it's like, haha, here, the last couple zones, it's just these long stretches of just nothing. It's just, it doesn't feel good to me. Feels like you wanted to do this, but were too afraid to do it early on, and then you just did it at the end. So you could be like, oh, well, it's, you know, like the last zones, so obviously they're gonna be harder. Because that's also a trope that a lot of JRPGs fall into. He took full damage, but he didn't like get knocked back from that. That caught me off guard. Alright, there's this shortcut. I forgot about that shortcut. Still. Annoyed. Heaved! What the fuck was that? Oh, is that his thing? I was like, I know those dudes don't have. Oh, that's the greatsword. Does it do anything special? It looks cool. Guess I don't have to. Oh, let me play this room as a just in case. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons I get annoyed when the hitbox when they fall down is wonky is because it takes stamina. I would find it interesting if there was ever a game that was kind of like Souls-like, where you take stamina to attack, but you take, like, if you miss, it takes less stamina. Shouldn't be like super duper less, because you still feel somewhat punished for
Hippity hoppity, your Yubi is my property.
for missing, but at least that way the like wonky hitboxing is less egregious. No, I need these UVs. I'm struggling. That's easy. You know, maybe I shouldn't have fixed the sound alerts and I could have kept my UBs much more secured. Go way back. There's no side areas there. Custom pew-pews. That really just revealed that whole area. That really just revealed that whole area. Damn.
Our mission, our purpose for existence.
Oh, no, I had meant to do
is
that.
to stay by the successor's side. There is only one path for us.
Forgot to watch that.
To fulfill
I had
the
forgotten
destiny
those guys were in the game.
entrusted with
The hand dudes? Even though they caused me so much problems, I completely forgot their entire existence. Oh, so that's a shortcut from a different spot. Hmm. Wait, but... Hmm. We got so much haze from that. I don't remember the exact amount that I need. Oh, I just need a little bit more. Yeah, that mapped out that whole spot. I don't remember. I don't think there was a way past the quest, dude. I never noticed these guys have a tail. I always thought that was just like a piece of the jacket that wasn't covering like their lower back, but no, that's just straight up a tail. I love how there's just like apparently some invisible wall there where it's just like, you can't see me. Alright, yeah. That's rude. Okay. Because we can't open this door from this side. Fuck it. I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that too. Oh my god. Please, Mello, you literally just got hit by that like 2 fucking seconds ago. We're just gonna restart from the fucking bush. Oh, I'm gonna pretend that entire thing did not happen. I'm not gonna lie though, the map system leaves much to be desired. I wish I could like move it around or something at least, without having like zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom in, zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm gonna go back to the other bush. I feel like I have a better shot like working my way back from there. Sorry, doggo wants scratches, so doggo gets scratches. We want some more. You need to be going to sleep. It's past your bedtime. I have to do like housework tomorrow because I have the house to myself, so it'll be easy to do the things I need to do. I feel like there has to be like a side area that I missed. I say, yo, you could do something like that day. That'd be great. There we go. Yeah, I felt like there had to be a spot that I could go one way that I didn't. Confused. I hope that was just like something that was gonna happen and not something that could have been avoided. But I'm pretty sure this is like the only way forward, so. For some reason, it felt like the dog was like dead, and then EO hit him, and he had like he regained health somehow. Oh, no, he's got the commander helmet there. Oh, what the fuck? He looked like he had the pentacle thing in him, so I thought he was dead. I'm still kind of curious how, like, if there's an actual system to what dictates what kind of lost you turn into. Like, if you're a strength-based lost, do you turn into, like, one of the big dudes? And then the dexterity ones turn into, like, the monkeys and stuff like that? Like, is there, like, an actual system, or is it just... Is it just, we woo, do whatever, we woo, we woo, we woo. Like vestiges or anything around here. I'm assuming Silva's one of the ones we can't save, because I haven't seen a single vestige that's like... I think there was like an Eos vestige and that's it.
After all, that is the duty with which I
Yeah.
have been entrusted. It is
I mean, to be fair, these could be the ones we need to save them, so... We'll see. Doubtful, but we'll see. Oh, you bastard. What the fight? Which is coming. Wait, did I not pick up the report? I did not pick up the report. I'm just trolling. Trolling. I'm such a troll. He has the fees. Oh, does this lead to where I think it leads? I do declare that we have opened the door. And it has a fleur. The fleur. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a fleur worldwide. Surprise, motherfucker. You got that, yeah. Oh, wait, right, this is... I mean, it is a shortcut. I don't know if it's the shortcut that I would have liked, but it is a shortcut. Oh wait, actually. Yeah, let's go this way. Excuse me. Did I have to do this? Oh, Momo. Thank you for the... Gracias por el agua. I almost said thank you for the water. Rude of me. How have you been surviving? Did you have a good weekend? Miss me. Ah. Oh, shit. We just keep running. We run away from them like we run away from our problems. Which isn't gonna really work because this is a dead end. Oh, that's so fucking rude. If he didn't have the bomb, we fucking sucks. If he didn't have that bomb, we would have survived. Oh, that sucks. That was so close. We almost were able to escape back. Let's join early, but you got distracted. It's okay. I'm almost like I don't need to say hi to that sneaky bear. He's sneaky and he's old. I'm only gonna get older in 2 days. Rip the dream. Dungeons and Dragons, I'm jealous. I am jealous. I'd like to play Dungeons and Dragons one day. There was a time where, what is it? I guess you could say bored, and I just randomly started making like a D&D world. I like technically still have the files existing, because I never reset the hard drives. To be honest, like I never got, or at least like it's always been stuck in my brain, so like I still remember a majority of the settings. Move on for those other dudes pop down. I mean, I never got down to like a map. Like I could cite it right now. The only main things that really got decided were the main kingdom races, because I got really, what is it, the hobgoblins and minotaurs and Dungeons and Dragons are relatively interesting because they're more than just like they're hobgoblins and minotaurs. Like hobgoblins are like basically a militaristic race, and so are minotaurs. It's just they're like based off of different things. To make my own race as well, I made like, I don't know if I'd say like race, but I made like different sub races of like minotaurs and hobgoblins and like dragonborns and stuff to populate the world with. At least at that time. This was like a long time ago. I think the last time I worked on it was like 7 years ago or something. So some of them might have actually already been put like in D&D. Like I changed the concept of like Dragonborns a little bit, where instead of having like breath attacks, they had something else. And like it was a bit more physical. Like there was a Void Dragonborn that instead of like having like an actual breath attack, could like meld into shadows and stuff. As their like daily racial thing.
Documents should be somewhere in here.
And then like introduced
documents on board Parasite.
Kind of expanded on the Minotaur stuff, because Minotaurs in Dungeons and Dragons, depending on like the edition, are kind of Roman based.
Around that time, we got a report about a girl who,
so like they had the Centurions and the Legions and stuff like that.
Her name was Cruz Silva.
So going off of that, I made like, what is it? Deity, like basically deified Minotaurs. That were basically like Gensai Minotaurs, but you know, attached them to certain of the Roman deities and all the good.
So she volunteered for the research.
And some other like ideas like that. Like I made the hobgoblins basically Japan.
Still help us today. But then she frenzied.
So I made a bunch of samurai.
Word. These are written directives from Operation Queenslayer. When Silva was still human, he told me to follow them if something happened to him.
I'm teaching you to play D&D and helping you with the mechanical parts. Really bad at balancing and math. Ah, it's really good. Yeah, I've only
Look into me and
having
I'll
someone to
see
help you like
what
learn
I
is
can
like
hear.
a huge thing for D&D because it can get pretty
Seemed like
crazy
he
pretty
cast aside
quickly
all his personal feelings toward his daughter at that
with all the
moment.
dice and stuff.
Do you find it strange for a human to
All
live?
sorcerers are the worst
Silva
of.
unequivocally told me that I mustn't become a revenant. He said that if revenants couldn't resolve the situation, then a human point of view.
Isn't sorcerers like main casting thing also charisma? Oh wait, no, that's
Never thought
warlock.
that would come to pass,
What
though.
is sorcerers like main casting stat?
I was expecting to live out my remaining days in peace. Life does take unexpected turns.
I don't think it's
Thank you.
intellect.
This is a survey report on the Red Mist. Silva turned himself into a successor and used his power to create the Red Mist. The most important reason to maintain the Red Mist is to ensure the Queen's
But yeah,
power
there was. I
spreads
wanted to
no
do
further.
what is it? A hexblade warlock.
However, Silva
Failed a long time
continually
ago.
expends a great deal of energy to do this. Thus, the levy system was put into place in order to ensure the blood that he requires.
Because I'm a very big fan of being able to cast and use like
Silva has done
medium
all
to
of
heavy
this for the
armor
sake
and
of
like melee.
evidence.
And I like the concept of you know, weapon attached to not exactly nice thing that gives you powers. Definitely not because Nightmare from Soul Calibur. May or may not have made my fucking tiefling basically just be a spear wielding version of Nightmare from Soul Calibur. Definitely not. I would never do such a thing. These traps are hard. But unfortunately, the guy that we had for a DM, which was a friend of a friend, was not very good. It was not a very good choice for first-time players, which our entire group consisted of people who'd never played D&D before. And he kind of metagamed the shit out of it a little too much. Like, I had heard of metagaming players. That was the first time I ever had a metagaming D&D. Because I remember, like, it stuck with me because I was like, first of all, he doesn't even know how these races would actually work. Because our first, like, big encounter was, well, we went to a town, we bought, like, some beginner supplies, and then we got into combat with kobolds. And he's like, alright, one kobold charges you, and then the other ones all cast, like, all throw, like, I think they had, like, bows or something. And they all did range attacks, but with pack tactics, it's like, as long as, like, one of their friendlies is in, like, or at least at the time that we did it, I don't know if they changed it since. It was like, as long as one of their, like, friendly units was, near you, they all get advantage. And I'm like, well, first of all, kobolds are cowardly as shit. So the reason they have pack tactics is because if they're all in melee with you, they're not shitting their pants. But you'd be hard-pressed to have a group of kobolds and not have a winged kobold in that group and be able to force a single kobold to run into melee range. And abuse the thing like that. And then we popped a potion that we bought from the vendor, and he's like, alright, you take, I think it was like, I forget how much it was. I think it was like 2d4 or something of poison damage. Because apparently we were supposed to, like, figure out on our very first D&D adventure that the fucking village was like full of cultists. Like it was so dumb. And then like something came up with the dude where he's like, oh, we have to like reschedule, and like half our group basically like could have rescheduled, but we all kind of just went like, oh, that the rescheduling doesn't work for us, so the whole thing just fell apart. It was so bad. It kind of sucked because it put a damper on it. Because we were all pretty excited. And like we had a session 0 and we talked about it. And he's like, oh yeah, no, like we're going to use a module and I'm going to take it easy because you guys are all first timers. Because my module, like my own stuff is actually kind of more geared towards the kind of more serious players. So we'll have fun. Yeah, the other person who had fun was the fucking DM. Because we were all just like, yeah, we just want to be the badass. And I was like, oh, you get your shit shoved in. Thumbs up. It was so annoying. NPCs are very inspired by the media. I feel like it's hard not to, honestly. Especially if you have something you really like. You're gonna, if you're being creative, you're gonna, like, part of you is gonna want to take and be like, oh, I like this. I want to be this. Or I want to do something that's like this. Which I think is fine. I don't really think there's a problem. It's just that, to be honest, I didn't do it intentionally. I just realized now in hindsight, like years later, that I had made my, my tiefling basically just be, Siegfried from Soul Calibur. He turned into Nightmare. Though not like full Nightmare. Gently bully whenever the season influences. Oh, yeah, you've mentioned that before. Honestly, it's fine. I'm kind of curious what like Genshin and 14 influences appear in them though. Because for me, that'd be like, I always like when there's like little references and stuff. I'm like a sucker for that, especially in like games I play. So if it's in like a D&D thing, it's pretty cool. Metagame Punish and tried to bend the rules. Something I did not like. All goes to kill with the party. When we died, you call this all first time players done for. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Which is hilarious because if you watch like any video about like DMing, that's like the #1 thing. They're just like, yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that unless specifically the players you're playing with want that. Which, to be honest, I barely do that on games that I'm like half serious about, let alone something like D&D where I'm just really there to just spend time with friends. Because it was kind of like, I kind of saw it because there was a friend of mine who, at the time, like we haven't talked in forever, but he was like the only person at the time I knew that played Grand Blue Fantasy. And was the one that got me into the crew that I've been in since then, like for well over, I think like 6 years now. And he was the one who, he had another friend who that friend was the one that knew the guy that was the DM. But he didn't know that he would DM like that because he was, because like, there was what, because like whenever, because we would usually be there ahead of time, like the 4 of us. Because it was me, a friend of mine from from playing MMOs that I knew for a long time. The guy from Grand Blue that I knew, and his friend. And we would always be there like ahead of the DM, which was just normal. Like usually we'd get like 20-30 minutes. We were just chilling and talking. And like after he started pulling some of the stuff on that other one, on that like session after, even the guy was like, I didn't know he DM'd like this at all, or I would not have like tried to get this whole thing together with him as a DM. I would have tried to find somebody else. Because it was just bad. To be fair, it didn't do much for our enthusiasm for D&D though. Because like after that was what led me to kind of like mess around, and I don't know, I'd have to like plug in the hard drive to see if I could like re-find it. There was like a notepad. I don't know, or maybe I'll just take like a day, like do a stream where when I don't feel like playing a game, where it's like kind of just revisiting the themes I'd come up with and trying to expand on it. It got really like reignited because I saw a video recently of a guy who basically redid the Hobgoblins, because apparently in his opinion, and after listening to like what he was describing, I would agree, they kind of like fucked up a little bit with doing the Hobgoblins. So but like the way he like redid the adjustments and stuff was like really cool. And then it reminded me of like the changes I had done to Hobgoblins to make them more like feudal, Japan-esque and stuff like that. D&D stream? At least like, I guess like D&D themed stream. I don't know if I'd ever personally stream D&D. I know a couple friends that, well actually, I don't know if they still do it. There was a Zoe for a while, had D&D streams going with a couple people I knew. But yeah, it's because like, I blame, what is it? I think it was called Iron Claw. It was like an old tabletop, like D&D inspired thing, but it was like anthropomorphic races was everything. But what called my attention was the It was very like Eastern themed. And I found this like in high school. And for me, it was at the time like what I would do is I would download the files for because it was free. At least the art was free. I think the books you had to pay if you wanted the files. But I'd just download the files and then I would just like open them up and paint and just like paint the stuff the way I think they would be cool to look. I wonder if it's still going. I think I tried looking it up like a couple of years ago and it took me a while to find it. Oh crap, that one was around him. The other one definitely wasn't an AoE, so I wasn't expecting that to kill. Or I wasn't expecting it to hit around him like that. Crap. Do I really want to run back? Because that was not great or whatever. That was... Oh, I think he's just protecting this. So that'll be fine. How would it be if I were in D&D? It would be something like melee orientated, but not like pure melee. Like, ironically enough, I'm not someone... Even though I played a lot of like Warrior and World of Warcraft and all the MMOs I played, I'm not someone who actually enjoys like pure melee classes. I like melee classes that can like cast some sort of skills or stuff, which is why I like playing shamans and death knights in World of Warcraft. But the last character, let's see, the 3 characters I've ever made was the Hexblade Warlock, who was a tiefling, which was the only one, that was the one for the metagaming DM game. And then the other 2 characters I had made, or I had been planning on making, was it was gonna be a Jensei, whatchamacallit? It was a barbarian, but I forget what the exact barbarian typing was, like the subclass. But it was one of the ones where when you like berserk, you get like special effects, besides just like rampaging. And then the last one was an Eldritch Knight fighter. So basically, like, things I can get in the mix. Do melee damage, do some abracadabra. But stuff that could, well, except for Barbarian, like, the, what is it? Because I'm thinking the Hexblade Warlock got martial proficiency, and, could wear medium armor. Got, like, medium armor proficiency. So if it's a class, I can wear medium or heavy armor. Oh, I think I wanted to make like a Storm Cleric. Oh shit, let me alone. Get naughty. Because I do have, what is it, like I don't have Baldur's Gate, but I do have a Pathfinder Kingmaker, which I've debated, like, doing a playthrough of. But I don't have, like, I don't think I have the DLCs, because I don't have the new, I have, like, the first one that they released. Wait, which way was it towards the bush? Oh, it is this way towards the bush. Yeah, it would generally be probably honestly it'd probably be Hexblade Warlock. I'm a very big fan of the idea of like cursed weapons, honestly. I blame Soul Calibur for that, to be honest. Oh, that fighting game like shaped me so much when I was younger. I was a very big fan of like cursed weapons that just give you power but like slowly try to take over your brain. Which, to be fair, you can make the Pact Blade be, you know, that, or you can make it be more beneficial. That kind of just depends on the flavor with the DM. Because it was, what is it? I think Travis Willingham. I think the Mighty Nine. His character was a Hexblade Warlock, if I'm not mistaken. And it was really interesting, some of the early stuff that him and Mercer came up with. I didn't watch all of that campaign, but the early stuff was pretty cool. Oh, sorry, I remember there being another one, I just don't remember where he was. Oh. Hello. I need you to join me. Yeah, I think but there was also, it was either going to be, I was kind of torn between, on that campaign, I was torn between the Hexblade Warlock and then either doing a War Cleric or Storm Cleric. But one of the guys we had was going to be a Cleric. He was going to be a, what is it? It wasn't like a Lizardman Cleric. I forget what the actual race was called. It cracked me up because his entire character was just a meme. Like, it was just a meme character. Like, you could tell how unlike metagaming we were. Like, we were honestly, our characters like were just there to just fuck around and have fun. One of us was what is it? I think at the time it was, they had already officially released the Drunken Fist Monk. I was a Hexblade Warlock who just, I was thinking like the backstory of my character was like he used to be part of like a mercenary thing, and then he accidentally grabbed the blade and fucking he grabbed the blade that turned into a spear, and then like he sucked at a spear, so he got kicked out. Like, it was just so stupid. But that campaign could have been hilariously enjoyable. Womp womp. Oh wow. Multiple attendance was not on my bingo card for down here. Point time. Travis rejected his patron through his Hexblade, or something, became a paladin.
Understand.
So after watching the campaign, I was only getting clips. I don't know how it played out mechanically or whatever. I think you could probably translate just fine. Because, like, if I'm mistaken, like, Hexblade kind of worked like Paladin anyway. You could basically make them smite with the Eldritch Blast. They probably workshopped it.
It is the duty with which we have all been entrusted. If you lose your way, if you take one false step, it will lead to that same result. That's not true. Yes, As attendants, it may be that we were all born from Cruz's weakness.
Oh, now I'm remembering that, like, I'd also made, like, an undead, like, ghost army with
Our experiences are
this, like, stupidly overpowered Dullahan general that was not designed to be fought by anything that was not, like, level 20, like, D&D characters.
I have witnessed the
But his entire point was, like, he wasn't evil. He was just cursed to, you know, keep marching his army across this open plain. And he would fight anything that gets in his way. And it was just like a point of like, yeah, I mean, you can go deal with him if you want. He's gonna beat your ass. But it's kind of just like a, oh, cool thing.
It didn't matter if they had lived as
I
a
pulled
people,
that
if
inspiration
they
from
had
some
lived as a
Wuxia
revenant,
novels.
they still struggled on.
There was one that I read that was like that they had that there was like a open plain that they were just like, yeah, don't go over there because it was like cursed by a undead army. So I kind of like took it and just rolled with it.
I do not wish
Yeah, I
to
might.
make
I don't know.
you have
Maybe one of
lived
these days when I'm
out
like,
of fear and let myself
when I want to
suffer
stream, but I don't want to play games or something. Maybe we'll
peaceful ending.
dust off the old
I will struggle
imaginatory thing and at least like make bullet points and stuff.
against Cruz's sin and against my duty. What it means to be alive. Io, it's true. There does seem to be something different within you. Something that sets you apart from the other attendants.
That makes it. I need to look. I wonder if it's still. I don't think it's. I don't know if it's still going. Dark Age of Camelot was a game I always wanted to play because it was like one of the few games that had Minotaurs, and I used to be a really big Minotaur fan when I was younger.
Please, save everyone.
I forgot what book I read. There was a fantasy book I read where they made Minotaurs actually seem cool. It wasn't the Dragonlance one. At the time I hadn't stumbled upon that yet. Where they had like an actual functioning empire and they weren't just batshit crazy and bloodthirsty just because. I think there was actual lore. Oh, sick. I was like, man, that's gonna be a decent sized run back from after dying. Oh, sick. And we got all the missiles. We got all the bush. Did we 100% this time? We did. Nice. We did not finish this one though. What the fuck? I thought I finished this one. Hold up. Hold the phone. I refuse to not find all the bush and flowers. Alright, where have I not uncovered? Oh, maybe where there's a big ass X. Maybe there. Maybe there. I should just go. I think it's at the inner tower. I thought I had 100% of this area. I guess not. It's not the inner tower, but I think we can start from here. It'll be fine. I don't know. I used to have a friend who she liked writing like fantasy novels, but sometimes she would struggle to come up with stuff, and then she would look at me and she'd be like, "All right, buddy, spit them out. I know you have creative ideas bouncing around in there." I was like, "Yeah, I could probably think of a couple things." So I'd sometimes help them out with like their fanfics and stories and stuff whenever they were trying to like put stuff together. Or if I had friends who liked drawing things, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't know what to draw." And I was like, "What kind of things do you like to draw?" And then I'd like just spitball ideas until one of them was just like, "Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea." I have a lot of thoughts in my brain, but I've never been good at like the mediums to bring them to life. So they usually just stay in my head. I think that's one of the reasons I was so drawn to like the idea of making a game when I was younger. Wait, how the hell do I get over there? Because this map does a really bad job of showing off verticality. It's entire Minotaur with horse head instead of a bull. Oh, yeah, neighbors. That's how that works, but that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Executive director. I don't know if it's that good enough. But it's definitely part of the reason why, especially when I was younger. Anytime I had people that would, like, could draw or write stories, I'd be like, teach me. I can get these ideas out of my brain before they drive me insane. I used to be like half decent at drawing these chibi art back in like the 7th grade. And you might be like, no, the 7th grade is kind of oddly specific. It's oddly specific because that was like the only time I had a friend of mine who was literally up my butt because he was like, you wanted to draw, get drawn. You bastard. But he was really good at like teaching. His motto was that there's no such thing as not being able to draw. It's just you just gotta find the style that you can draw in. And he was really good. Like he was really good at a bunch of different ways of drawing. So he was pretty good at finding a way, like a style that a person could like do and see improvement in. And so I spent like a year learning how to draw these like chibi styles and stuff. It was pretty half decent. It was decent enough that I was willing to show people. I can't really. Well, I guess it depends on what you call drawing, but like, I'm not too bad at finagling shapes together. On like paint, stuff like that. I did that a lot. I think like, what is it? Vector, I think is what it's called. Vector drawing. This is one that when I was like looking around, that I was like, oh, maybe I could try that. I used to be half decent at pixel art. Because when you get really bored, and all you have is like paint, you work with what you got. And apparently I was like half decent at pixel drawing. Mostly because, what is it? There was these, I don't remember what they were called. There are these like, I guess like beads that you would arrange in a shape, in a diagram. And then you would use like an iron, like a heating iron, you know, for ironing like clothes and stuff. And you would pass it over with a piece of fabric underneath, so it would kind of like melt the beads together, and you'd make shapes. And so I just did that, but pixel. But pixel art's hard though. That takes a lot of practice. To not just make it look like a blob of mess. Harleys, is that what they were called? Yeah, my mom had a bunch of those when I was growing up. So I used to make a bunch when I was younger. Understand the mental block? I had long art block for a while now. Find the right medium. Well, I think part of it is also just like, part of me is kind of, I guess, like lost the interest to some degree. Of like visually doing it. Because I used to be the de facto, what is it, storyteller at campsites. Because I just make shit up on the fly. That'd be like half decent. I like spitting a story. I think in a different time period I probably would have ended up being like a traveling bard or something dumb like that. Where is the flower for this place? I am offended. On every plane. Spiritually, mentally, physically. This place offends me. How dare you not be revealed? Why did I never pick that up? Where could the flower for this be? I swear I've been everywhere in this area. Oh. That last hit was kind of spicy. Oh, could it be there? It might be there, actually. I didn't recognize that as a platform. That might actually be where it's at. Alright, we gotta drop down here and climb up the ladder. Oh shit. I did not expect us to have company. Should have made a reservation. Spooked. Okay, where's the spot that lines up for dropping down? Oh, that one. Yeah, there it is. Alright, I was right. Aha. See, this is why I don't understand why people like say the cathedral is like such a bad spot. It can be confusing, but if you just take a second to look around, it tends to, you can tend to be able to really figure out what you're looking for pretty easily. Oop. Oh, that should be 100%. $100%. But yeah, I've lost a bit of the what is it? I guess I guess you could say drive for learning like art itself, but not like completely, because sometimes I'll just be like, I just want to draw something. But usually it's like related to like I want to draw something for someone for like a birthday or something like that. Just draw a little doodle, send them. But it's just like, oh, that is as tied to it as they used to be. Mostly because I lack the, I guess the passion. For me, it's more of like something to do every once in a while when I'm bored, more than actually like get good at it. If that makes sense. Cause like there's never been a moment where I'd go for a stretch of not drawing and I'm like, man, I need to get back into drawing. It's not like really coding, right? Like coding, like I really want to get back into it, but it's just doing all the stuff that I've been doing during the day and my brain's like so fried. And then like trying to find like work and stuff. That's like my brain's like not in the mood to learn things right now, which isn't good. Kind of need to redial it back into that. Oh, damn. 2 swords. Holy shit. Alright, how painful is this fight gonna be? Painful. Good to know. I was not done buffing. Oh crap, I thought I was far enough, but I didn't get there. I got lucky there. Io is throwing me off, like, so badly. Like, there's definitely a phase 2. Oh, wait, what? Huh? Why is there no phase 2? I was expecting a phase 2 for sure. His moveset was like way too simple. The only reason I took so much damage is because since Io's also melee, like, every time he would like swing, I thought he would swing at me, he would swing at like somebody else.
Silva is pulling in the relics.
So when I would like dodge, thinking I was like getting attacked, he would be like aiming for Io. Phase 2 question mark? Maybe there is a phase 2. Though not like an actual phase 2, as in like there's like a straight another boss fight like right after. Oh shit. Oh, so yeah, there's no way he's like the last boss. His moveset was like way too simple. Oh, that is.
No, I refuse to let the world end here.
We can
I
talk.
swear, I will stop this.
What, with our 3 heals? He thinks not. Sorry, our 2 heals? He just got destroyed. Are you gonna have to do everything from the start? Okay, no. I was gonna be concerned. That shit hurts. Oh crap. What indeed? Fuck. I guess it's a stagger check. Or not. I thought that maybe it was a stagger check where there would have to be something you staggered them out of. But it's just something you can dodge, I guess. Oh shit. That wasn't even touching. That's not good. Oh, come on. Woo, sheesh. That was closer than I would have liked. I thought I dodged the body slam, and then it killed us, and I was like, oh, we're fucked. I didn't know, because like Eos had like no health, so I didn't think she had enough to like res us. I'm curious, I wonder if you have to stagger them on their charging so that she doesn't do like the spike thing. Because we somehow dodged it once. So I feel like there has to be some sort of counterplay to that. Or at least I hope so.
We don't have a lot of time. Hey, kid, can you handle this?
I don't know, you gonna kick me off a cliff this time? I'm telling you, I can't be. I'm not MC material. Can you handle it? Yeah, as long as you don't kill me, throw me off a cliff again. Oh, so. That could not feel good.
It's all right.
Hey! Huh? Ew.
In the end, no matter who I may be, even if I serve as little more than an empty vessel, you have stored so many precious memories inside of my heart, and I promise I will never allow them to fade away. Whatever happens, I will always be with you. Just as you will always be within my heart.
I'm curious if our character knew the queen before she became the queen.
Goodbye.
What?
The relics.
Nine successful? 9 relic? 10? Who needs retinas? Not us. Already got all the dodging done? We don't need our eyes where we're going. I still can't believe that's the best they could come up with for clothing for her. I feel like there's probably like they're probably gonna come up with some stupid lore reason. It's like she needs it to because she breathes through her skin, like they did for Metal Gear or whatever. I forget what the lore is for the Metal Gear sniper chick, or why she's like half naked. I just know everybody memed the shit out of it. Oh. Oh. Grove. Oh, I thought it was just gonna be like one big tree, but this is not. It's a little grove of trees that we got going on here. Oh yeah, I was half expecting the tree to have like her like in the tree kind of thing. But she, I guess, just became one big blood bead. You can call that a blood bead? Like a blood orb. Blood planet. Can only breathe through her skin. So yeah, I remember something about breathing through the skin or something. That's so weird. Oh, this is definitely gonna get copyright struck on YouTube. Use the audio for this part. Well, not copyright struck, it's gonna get claimed. Good thing I don't make money off of YouTube. Was it this or was it, no? I think it was in Dredge. For some weird reason, Twitch like auto muted the start of one of my Dredge streams. I don't know why. Like for the VOD. Like I don't know what audio from Dredge popped up that got flagged, or if it sounded like something else. But we did it. We beat the game. Honestly, not bad. I didn't mind it. I don't know if it's just because I'm used to these styles of games, but... Oh, hey. Look at this.
We finally secured a steady supply of blood beads. Once again, we have Io to thank. On the day she took all of the relics, I was suddenly my old self again. And ever since then, she's been producing blood beads and even maintaining the red mist. So even if it's only a little, I want to make it so people can have normal lives in this world she's protecting for us.
I'm curious what the setting for the second one's gonna be.
I plan to start research with Karen that will hopefully lead to methods for controlling thirst and revenants. I don't know if we'll ever find an answer, but I'm sure it will lead to better lives in the Jail of the Mists. It would be nice if Louis could work with us.
Yeah, we'll get to work right now.
In the years after Io stopped the relics from frenzying and transformed into the Weeping Tree, Karen and the others discovered a reliable source of blood beads.
Oh, it's been years?
And the question
we didn't even get like a little
what
word thing?
Can I do? What about the outside world and the horrors there? We analyzed the signals intercepted from outside when the red mist appeared. There were countless cries for help. As revenants, we prey upon humanity. We might bring them nothing but misery. Even so, I can't just give up.
I like how they don't even give us like a synopsis. He's just like, yeah, in the years after, it's like, excuse me? Years. You sure it's not like weeks?
Documents from the Great Collapse. And the more I read,
It's been years and she still can't figure out how to put that strap back on her shoulder?
Are called horrors.
Brother.
They're immune to even the most powerful weapons, and immortal like the lost that plagued the Jail of the Mists. Now I understand why revenants had to be created. The situation was that dire. And the horrors are still roaming the outside world. It must be incredibly difficult living out there. The relic's power created the Weeping Tree, thanks to Io's wish, and there's no sign of the Queen coming back. It must have taken a strong will. We're ordinary revenants without the power of the relics, but our mission still remains. As long as I live, I will continue to watch over that power, together with
You two get married yet?
There are no changes in the Weeping Tree. It's completely normal. If anything happens, I swear I'll do everything in my power to stop it. Meanwhile, it's time we both do what we need to. My mission as a Watcher has ended, but my duty to protect the world still remains. I won't allow the hell here to escape and torment those outside.
Is that amber blood bead Io gave you all right? It's a piece of her memory and a manifestation of her strength. Handle it with care. Karen and the others say it's made of the same substance as the weeping tree Io gave us after taking on all the relics. It has the ability to alter the relic's influence, if only in a small way.
You confessed to butt mensch yet?
Today I invited Yakumo to work for the provisional government, but he turned me down outright. Sorry, but just like you've got things you want to do, I've got things I want to do too. Yeah, he hasn't changed a bit. Well, I didn't want to work for them at first either. After a while of fighting to survive, I noticed I'd made a bunch of friends along the way. And here I am stuck with them. But I guess they're all pretty great, so I don't regret it at all.
And
Glad
talk
to
to
see
the...
that things have calmed down a bit here.
Oh, we gotta go talk to Nikolai.
Louis worried again.
Almost forgot.
Are the two of you ever satisfied? You finally earned some peace, so why not enjoy it?
Because
Well,
there's shit to
wherever you
do.
choose, I'll go along with you. Do what you feel is right.
All the power was sucked right out of my body. I was so big and strong. But now look.
Honestly, if I was in Nikolai's situation, I'd also be kind of sad about it. I was like, bro, I looked so cool.
I don't see Mia as much as I used to, but I always feel close to her, even when
I was like,
we're
I looked
apart.
so cool, and now look at me.
I think it's because we
That's
respect each other so much now. I miss her, but a knight has his duty.
You sure? She's like, right there. Alright, what do I need to do? Distribute blood beads to surviving revenants. 8 Silva's unit Cerberus. Wait, are we actually not done with the game? But there's no thingy. Wait, we'll talk to Coco before. Might as well just talk to everybody. Well, except for Davis. Davis can. You keep holding it down, Davis. You're doing good.
This garbage heap may just have become a slightly better garbage heap. That means people have less use for what I'm selling. I'm only joking. Don't worry about me. Do your thing,
I got a
okay?
hat like that. So stylish. Actually, I don't remember there was a hat like that as an option. Oh no, I guess that's like. Oh, never mind. I think that's like the mission before you go down. Look at us with our shiny halberd. I'm still curious, like, if the things on our face are just part of the procedure or not. Because, like, for instance, Emily doesn't have them, but Emily was a revenant. So I don't know. I don't think they ever really explained what the chin strap is for.
You're leaving into the outside world?
Yeah, I figured that's what you would do. I can't say I approve of you heading out alone, though.
At least say something before you go.
Honestly,
After all, we're
if
supposed to be
the
friends, right?
if it wasn't for the asymmetrical cape part of the blood veil my character's wearing, I wouldn't mind it too much. Honestly, if both sides looked like the right arm, it'd be pretty good.
And since you
Best
guys
girl.
insist on charging ahead all the time, you're going to need someone to
I'm
keep
kind of
things
sad she
running
never
smoothly.
was like a partner. Oh my god, that's a big ass backpack.
To be honest, I'm not sure how welcome revenants will be in the outside world. But we have to keep reminding ourselves that we were all created for a reason.
To be fair, with the Amber, like, blood, well, I mean, I guess it depends on if like, our character is who we get to play.
I'll carry on Cruz's dream. Just like you carried Eos.
Me and my rash. I don't know, I never like took it off because I was just too lazy to go back and do it. But like that nose scar just looks like a rash to me because of how like undefined it is. A Barbie? Swing it in. Just in time for the ending. What's up, Barbie? How was stream? Did you win the games? Did you do the things? Stardew Valley. Gamer. Shush. Yeah, we just finished Code Vein. You cannot play using your post-completion save data. Examine the door back. Ah, this is a new game plus. Ah, Jeff Sky, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. I'm assuming you were playing with Burbia, since you were both playing Stardew. A goose raid. Well, welcome in. Yeah, we just finished Code Vein, but I hope y'all had fun. I'm curious what the Hades code has. Drain attacks to restore HP. I want to see what that looks like. Boost gift abilities and weapon and drain attack power when you're below 7 HP. Fires a cross-shaped blade of blood at the target. Sounds cool. Let's see. The guillotine. Oh, that's kind of sick. That one, not so much. But the guillotine one, that's kind of cool. Probably never get to use it because we finished the game. But, not bad. Not a bad game, though. Honestly, can't really complain. I can see why some people wouldn't like it, personally. Because, I think if you only ever played the Dark Souls games, this one's probably gonna catch you off guard on certain things. With this. Oh right, I think that's the tower or the map you get after after the thing. But if you've ever played Neo 1 or 2, you know exactly what you're like. To be honest, this is like this is like baby Neo, because those games are very well. It's Team Ninja. If you've ever played any Team Ninja games, then you know exactly what to expect. To be fair, it's not as bad as Team Ninja games can be for like gimmickiness and like layouts. Especially like early on, it's not really like that big of an issue until I think the fire area is the first spot where they start getting like pretty gimmicky, and then they really like hammer it home with the last area with the traps and stuff. And then with the gauntlet style maps where like for the Midu Tower where there's only like 2 bushes to like for checkpoints, where they do shortcuts, but for actual checkpoints there's not very many. That's definitely more like Neo-esque. But it's not bad. It's not bad. If I had to give it a rating, I'd say on a scale of 10, I'd probably give it like a 6. Personally. I don't really foresee myself playing it again. I had thought about maybe getting the DLCs when they go on sale, but when I looked at the reviews, they're all really bad. They're all really bad because a lot of people weren't happy because apparently all the new weapons are basically just recolors. Or at least like for 2 of the DLCs, because I only really looked at the Lord of Thunder one, which I think was the last one they did. And they come with bosses and weapons. And apparently it's just recolors, and then the bosses just aren't fun, from what people were saying. So I guess we'll just skip it for that. But there is the sequel coming out. So depending on how that goes, maybe someday down the line, we'll visit Code Vein 2 if it's any good. I'm hoping it'll be good. I never can get mad at more good games. But let's see. So it's the 19th. We have 1, 2. Technically, we have like 2 weeks and some change before Guild Wars for Granblue. How long did it take me to beat this? I don't know how long it would take me to do Lords of the Fallen. Wait, is the 7th started? That's the start. No, that's when it ends. Yeah. I don't know why I remember it's the 7th. Alright, so it starts on the 29th. Alright, so it is the end of it. I was right. Why did I second guess myself? So we have less. We have a week and some change. So yeah, definitely not starting a new game then. So we're probably gonna play. To be honest, we might be going back to Variety Ways for the next until Guild Wars starts. We might risk it for the biscuit. With Path of Exile to see if capping the frames solves the blue screening problem. Because if that's the case, I'd like to finish out the challenges. Or at least get the body armor. So do some more progress on challenges, but I probably will test that maybe Friday. I don't know. But yeah, so Wednesday is my birthday. I don't think I'm going to do anything special on the day of my birthday. I think I'll probably save that for Saturday. Saturday will probably be an 8 or 12 hour stream as a belated birthday thing. I have to figure out if I want to do anything super special for it. Though probably what I'll do is I'll just ask people, see if they're doing anything on that day, and then probably just muck about. Maybe no, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do 2 4-hour streams or whatever. I don't know. But thank you, Sky and Burby, for the raids. My brain is starting to shut down, so I think I'm going to end there for the stream. We made it through Code Vein. It was good. Thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. If it's any day for you, have a good day. If it's any day for you, hope you as well. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye bye.